The woman just couldn't sleep in the middle of the night and wanted to use the bathroom when she saw her husband and her best friend lying together in bed. They revealed that they had secretly switched her child. The one she was raising was actually theirs in an instant. The woman froze in shock. What stunned her even more was when her best friend said, "That child is still biologically yours. How could you bear to abandon him?" Her husband coldly replied that he only loved the best friend and that this was his only child. Once the boy grew up, he would inherit the woman's wealth, and then the three of them could run away together. Hearing this, the woman finally saw her husband's true colors, but to prevent her daughter from being harmed by the two, she didn't burst in. Instead, she pretended to know nothing and continued living with them. Watching the pair put on an act, preparing fake surprises and gifts for her birthday, she forced herself to stay calm. Meanwhile, she hired a private investigator to search for clues about her daughter while deliberately neglecting their son, letting him grow up spoiled and unruly. Refusing to study and instead following the two around, 6 years passed, and the woman finally got a lead on her daughter, but tragically, after being passed between several households and suffering greatly, the girl had ended up in an orphanage and was now battling leukemia. The woman's heart shattered upon hearing this. She begged the doctor to save her daughter, saying she had searched for her for 10 years and couldn't bear to lose her now. However, the doctor regretfully informed her that her bone marrow wasn't a match. The woman nearly collapsed in despair until the doctor handed her a sliver of hope. Tests had already been run, and the scumbag husband's bone marrow was a perfect match. If he agreed to sign the donation consent form, the hospital could proceed with the surgery immediately. Yet the woman hesitated. She knew that if her husband discovered their daughter's existence, the girl would be in danger again, so she devised a plan. The next day, she rushed home in tears, pleading with her husband to save their child. Confused, he blurted, "What are you talking about? He's right here and fine." But then she pulled out a medical report claiming their son had leukemia. The boy, terrified, begged his father to save him, crying that he didn't want to die. The husband, believing this was his only son, immediately grabbed the woman's hand and vowed to do whatever it took. Without a second thought, he signed the consent form, completely missing the faint smile that flickered across the woman's face. The next day, she arranged the surgery, having bribed the doctors in advance. The husband never suspected a thing and even felt proud of his heroic act. After being discharged, he suggested to the woman that they draft a will just in case anything happened. Their son would be financially secure.